But remember one thing. You are the pillar of this nation, you children. And you must understand that the situation we are experiencing is not a normal one, if I may say so. But you, the wards, must understand even better than the other children why Burkina Faso is in this situation. What are we doing to get ourselves out of it, and what must we do to ensure that this situation never happens again in the future? That is why, in addition to school, you will need to receive special training, because you are the witnesses of this situation, the witnesses today, and you will be the witnesses of tomorrow. You are in the best position to tell other children what you are experiencing, because this situation has happened in Burkina Faso.
Wow! While some of our presidents, heads of states and governments turn our presidential palaces the homes of thieves, the homes of tenderpreneurs, the homes of exploiters, Captain Ibrahim Traoré said no for Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso cannot become the homes of thieves, the homes of tenderpreneurs. The state houses is a place of a good people. He exchanged with people's delegation at the state houses the things that it is difficult to be seen in many countries in the continent. We know our leaders in other places are so busy with Europeans, are so busy with Americans, are so busy with Chinese, and sometimes they are lying to us that they are finding opportunities for the children of Africa. They are asking investors to come and invest. And sometimes we see them being summoned in different capitals in the world, being told what to do, how to manage our resources, as if we Africans, we are zero brain. So Captain Ibrahim Traoré has said, enough is enough. Let me bring this delegation of peoples of the nation, exchange with them, inspiring them, telling them the truth that you are the one who are responsible to transform and to build your country. Before diving into the message delivered by Captain Ibrahim Traoré, let me ask you one thing. Can other leaders follow suit? Can other leaders stop learning to Europe or America to attend summits and sit down with new generation, asking them, inspiring them, telling them that you can change things on the ground, you can do anything? Can other leaders do like that? Can your president do like that? Can your president stop inviting politicians at the State House and bring children, bring students, pupils? Can your leader do like that? If you have any answer, please share your answer on the comment section. So let us now dive deep into the message delivered by Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
I have to admit that you should feel at home here, just as I feel at home with you. In our army, we say that we are one big family. So wherever you are with soldiers, you are at home. So we don't see you as outsiders, but as our brothers, our children, our sisters. There is already the beginning of a solution to the problem you experienced in the past. It's been 10 years now, a decade, that Burkina Faso has been fighting against terrorism. And the country has gone through a lot during that time. But unfortunately, the issue of the pipis and also widows was not given much consideration. And I think that since last year, we decided through Slovenia to create a structure and the goal is to gradually register through platforms all the pipis of the nation as well as the widows of this war. And I hope that by then we will be able to have an exact assessment of the situation. This is the 5th decree that has come into effect not long ago. That means there are documents that we take to the Council of Ministers to grant you the titles of PP of the nation. And that's what entitles you to the card you have there. So we are cataloging them as we go along. And I think that all the children who are currently in difficulty, who have not yet been registered, will be registered and will receive their card and have access to all the services you mentioned earlier. But remember one thing. You are the pillar of this nation, you children. And you must understand that the situation we are experiencing is not a normal one, if I may say so. But you, the wards, must understand even better than the other children why Burkina Faso is in this situation. What are we doing to get ourselves out of it, and what must we do to ensure that this situation never happens again in the future? That is why, in addition to school, you will need to receive special training, because you are the witnesses of this situation, the witnesses today, and you will be the witnesses of tomorrow. You are in the best position to tell other children what you are experiencing, because this situation has happened in Burkina Faso. That is why I said, starting in 2026, God willing, we will begin building a number of schools that we will call the schools for the wards of the nation in order to better support you. And you will join these schools. And for those who would like to be boarders and all, we want to provide all the necessary conditions. So construction will begin in 2026. We do not know if the first buildings will be finished in 2026, but the goal is to bring you together, along with other children, of course, and to better explain the situation to you and how you should handle things so that this situation does not happen again in Burkina. Many have suffered when they lost their parents. Many continue to suffer. A related issue is that people are not well received in foster families. Others are mistreated. That is why we are taking all necessary measures so that you are comfortable, that you have free schooling, free healthcare, and that you can travel for free. So the first steps have already been taken, and I think that as we go along, we will spare no effort to ensure that you are in the ideal conditions to be able to work and also to continue. Until you find a job and the state can support you in that regard. You should be the privileged witnesses of this situation. And this training can only be done once you have been gathered together in a specific area, which will be the schools for the nation's future. So prepare yourselves for this. You will be in good conditions in these schools to better learn about what Burkina Faso is experiencing and why Burkina Faso is being attacked. Who are those who have come to attack us to the point that we have lost our brothers? Who are your relatives and everyone else? And why did this situation happen? And what must we do so that tomorrow this situation never happens again? Neither to your classmates nor to your children, because you are going to grow up. You too will have children one day, but your children must grow up in very good conditions. They must not suffer, they must not experience the situation you are living through. And that is the fight. So each and every one of us, no matter how young we are, must imagine that tomorrow, when I am grown up, when I have children, I will do everything so that children are not in the conditions that I experienced. So for that, you will have to fight and you will have to better understand the situation. And it is you who will have to teach your other classmates, who do not know the situation that you know. So that's a first measure that is planned, to build several schools across the country where you will be very well supported. So let's get back to access to healthcare, education, and other services. I think, as I said, this is just the beginning. We are already trying, through the PIPI card, to give you access to healthcare, education, and many services. But it's not perfect, it's ongoing. Every time we have a list ready, we will continue to enroll people and also the different services. We will try to activate them so that you have access to all services for free. That's our goal. For example, someone mentioned private schools, so I invite the minister to quickly look into what kind of agreement we can have with these private schools, so that when there are wards of the nation in a given area who do not have access to public schools, or if there is a specialty in a private school that they want to access, we can address that. What kinds of agreements can we have with the school to pay these tuition fees so that you can very easily access the various services you need right near your home? We are also expanding many social services, especially in terms of healthcare. If you notice, we are currently building a lot of health centers. This is to bring health centers closer to the general population. But in any case, before all of this happens, the minister will also look into all possible agreements we can have with private social services that may be in your areas where you could have access. So I am waiting for a concrete proposal on what can be done when a ward of the nation shows up somewhere and it is not a state-run service. Presenting their card, how they can access services, and what the state can do with that particular structure. As for the possibility of meeting again, to answer the first question, I would say it's always a pleasure, okay? You will always be welcome here, and we will see each other again. This won't be the first or the last time, okay? So you are welcome here, and don't hesitate. If you have any concerns, pass them on through your parents. It will reach the ministry, and we will see what we can do. And whenever there is an opportunity for us to meet like this to discuss, you will be welcome. We will always make time to receive you because you are heroes. You are the children of our heroes, and you are heroes of this nation. You are the true heroes because you carry deep within you, in silence, the pain of a present that we are living through. And you must be the ones who guarantee, with God's help, the future of our homeland by explaining to others how it happened and what must be done to never fall into it again. So you will always be welcome and we will see each other again. So I assure you, it's true. For other means of transportation, it's the same thing, as with the various social services. Transportation is part of it. That's a very good question. It's true that Sotraco is currently free, but when people want to travel, maybe from one city to another, private transportation. So, Madam Minister will look into what kind of agreement can be made with the different transport companies so that you can also take the bus for free. For the various social cases that may arise, that's true. We have seen cases where, after the death of the combatant, there are issues of inheritance, there are issues of compensation that divide many families. There are people who are cast out by their families and so on. You are absolutely right. But we are starting a program through certain state structures. And also, we have invited private partners to join us in urban development. So there will be a lot of social housing. In particular, as you may have seen on TV, social housing that will be built a bit higher up in the form of apartment systems. The state will get involved so that you can also be taken into account in these apartments. So that when someone and their mother are not well received in a given family, the state can find an apartment and provide it so they can have a place to live. So, God willing, starting in 2026, construction will begin, little by little, so that we can also provide social housing for our PPs, like you. So all these issues can be resolved, and it's just a matter of time and legislation. This goes hand in hand with all the other issues like schools and health centers. We will do everything to have health centers and schools nearby so that you can receive a proper education within these facilities and also receive medical care. So I can assure you that many measures are being taken so that in the near future you will be as comfortable as possible. And I encourage you to keep working hard so you can set an example for other children, as I told you. So you at your level should also be instructors, right? You should be able to share your experiences and explain to other children why you need to work hard, stay disciplined, behave well, and listen to your teachers in order to become excellent instructors in the future. So I'm counting on you to be disciplined, and I can see that you're already very disciplined, as if you had a bit of military training before coming here. Is that what happened? Did you receive training? Oh, really? Do you want to be trained? So we're going to include military training in the future schools for the nation's little ones. You're going to like that, aren't you? A lot of people here want to be in the military. You're going to defend your homeland, and that's what matters. So it's a noble profession, and we'll do everything to make sure you have these values of integrity and patriotism wherever you go. So I can count on you, on your discipline, right? Work? Everyone is working well, I hope. All right, I'll check with your teachers. Next time you come, I'll ask for everyone's report card. I hope everyone has at least the average grade. All right, so congratulations to all of you. The holidays are coming soon, so keep working hard at school. Work hard, respect your elders, respect your parents, respect your teachers at school who are like your parents, who teach you, who educate you about everything you need to do, and respect everyone in your daily life. I can count on you because I say you will be role models and you must be role models. You must be exemplary Burkinabés. And when we say Burkinabé, we mean people of integrity. We do not lie, we do not steal, we do not cheat, we work, we are disciplined. In short, there are many qualities you must possess. I can count on you. Can I count on you? Yes, thank you very much. And I am very happy. So, God willing, we will meet again next time to discuss many other topics that you want. Good luck to everyone, and may God protect our beloved homeland. The homeland or death? The homeland or death? The homeland or death? There you have it, and we will always, always prevail. Have a great end.
Wow, welcome back, brothers and sisters, family. That is the message delivered by Captain Ibrahim Traoré to the delegation of peoples of the nation. My dear lovely family, brothers and sisters, as I said before, can our leaders stop traveling to Europe, to America, and sometimes to China, and sit down with citizens seeking solution and finding internal solution instead of looking outside? Can other leaders do like that? Because what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing here is to create internal solutions for our problems. Our leaders, many of them, because they are entrepreneurs, they seek solutions outside because they get 10%. That's why when there's a shortage of food, they run away to Europe, to America to get aid and to get food aid and other things like that. When there's trouble, they run away. They don't believe that there's a solution within. But Captain Ibrahim Traoré is bringing this new generation on the table to find solutions and to find the way how we can solve our challenges. The thing that many of our politicians are not ready. As I said, they're tenderpreneurs. So they benefit from these tenders, so they get 10%, and that's why they're so busy inviting other people to solve our challenges. But Captain Ibrahim Traoré said, enough is enough. As I speak to you now, my dear lovely family, you can't believe roads are being constructed in Burkina Faso by young engineers of Burkina Faso. Go to the construction sites, agriculture, in mining, Burkinabe people are doing very well. So I think the rest of the continent, we need to follow the suit. We need to do what Captain Ibrahim Traoré has done. If Burkina Faso can do, why not other countries? Why not Kenya? Why not South Africa? Why not Uganda? Why not Rwanda? Why not Congo Brazzaville, Congo Kinshasa? Why not? Why not Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, and other countries? It is possible. What we lack leadership. And Captain Traoré is showing the leadership. And that's why I have been saying Captain Traoré is a prophet. Is a prophet, a man who came to this continent to change the minds of Africans and to tell Africans that it is possible. We can do something, we can benefit from what we have. And what Traoré is doing right now is what the imperialists fear, is what exploiters fear, to awakening majority or millions of Africans. And what Traoré is doing to Burkina Faso is to multiply Traorés. So by bringing together people's delegation of the nation, exchanging, sitting in the state houses, they see that this is ours. They feel they're part of the nation. But we have leaders who they don't want to see their citizens. They are busy in Europe, they are busy in America, they are busy in China. Even if they seek, they learn, they say, I cannot die in Africa. But when they die, they come to be buried in Africa. And that's why I'm not sure about these words. There's those who said, Putin said Africa is a cemetery. And maybe because, you see, when our leaders want to do shopping, they go to Dubai. When they seek, they go to India. When they want to discuss minerals, they bring someone whether in Beijing or in Paris, Brussels, in Washington. That's where they meet with these Europeans and other civilizations to discuss how to manage our resources. But when they die, they come back to be buried in Africa. So Africa is a cemetery? No. It's our leaders who are making Africa look like a cemetery. I think, brothers and sisters, Traoré is doing very well. Traoré is energizing and awakening young people, African in general. You know, imperialists don't want this, and that's why they're trying to remove him from power. They have tried many times to take him out because they fear that if the message will spread across the continent, young people will see something is possible. You know, we have been told that you can't manufacture cars. Right now, we see in Burkina Faso, they have manufactured their own electric cars. They told us you cannot manufacture robots. We have seen in Burkina Faso robots being manufactured. You cannot manufacture drones. We see right now in Burkina Faso they are manufacturing drones. Even if are not powerful compared to Russia or to China or to America, but we have done something. In the near future, we'll improve slowly. At the end of the day, we'll find something unique and powerful. Even those who have created those powerful things, they didn't started or they didn't done that thing in a single day. They took a time. Even we Africans, we can take a time. And that's what Captain Traoré is doing, encouraging, inspiring the new generation. But we know our leaders are not interested with this kind of things. They're busy, they want investors. You know, sometimes when I hear our leaders talking about investors, as if investors will come and solve everything. We have seen for 60 years, we have these investors. Nothing has changed. The lives of Africa are still difficult. Africans still suffering. And till today, we are still believing that someone who will come maybe to invest in our resources will help Africans. No one is coming to help. People are coming to do businesses. But because some of our leaders are entrepreneurs, as I said, they get 10%, so they see it is okay. Their families are not here. Their families are living in Europe. When they seek, they run away. Their children are not getting studied in Africa, in public schools. That's why they see something is okay. But if, when they seek, they can be treated here, they can see the difficulties of treatment in the continent of Africa or in public hospitals. When their students can suffer with a shortage of books, or their children can suffer with a shortage of teachers, they can understand that there's a need to increase numbers of professionals, teachers, not just teachers, professional teachers. There's a need to prepare a new generation to carry the baton. Right now, you see they are preparing their families. You know, right now, I think we are going back into where maybe a father can give power to his son or his daughter. That's where we are right now. But you know, brothers and sisters, should not be fainted heart or should not being disappointed or discouraged. Good things is coming. As Africans, we are going to transform. Maybe in your generation, we will not do it, but I'm sure the coming generation will change many things. Let us come together. Let us unite. Let us speak with one voice and say enough is enough. One love, one Africa. Homeland or death. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa. Mama Africa.